So, hello everyone. I would first like to congratulate Abhinaya. She has cleared RBI Grade B examination at such a young age. And this is not the only introduction that I would like to give. I would like to highlight that she has also worked for SBI. So, many congratulations, Abhinaya, from the team IXMB.
Thank
And
you.
how does it feel, to be an officer with a regulatory body? Although I understand you were an officer earlier also in SBI, but how does it feel to be in RBI right now?
So after the result, the feel was surreal. I was very happy, and I couldn't put it into words because I resigned from SBI this February, and I was in the position that I have to get into RBI because of RBI. I resigned from SBI, so I was in the position, and the feel was I can't put it into words. That was very great.
So, Abhinaya, tell me something about your journey. How did you started to love the finance field? Because I see that you have done engineering. So, how from an engineering background, to the financial sector?
So after completing my engineering, I was in the stream where to go, whether for state PSUs or for bank exams or other. But I realized somehow that I have interest in finance and economy. So I started to pursue in that field. And so SBI. And after joining SBI, I had after 1 year, I had an aim of okay, what is the next step? Then we'll get into RBI. So being in SBI, I tried twice, but due to audits, transfers, and all those things, I can't able to concentrate on preparation. So I didn't clear the prelims. So I thought, okay, when our aim is RBI, let's resign from SBI and let's prepare for it fulfilled. So I resigned and I started preparation this February fulfilled way, and yeah, it happened.
Okay, this is again a great risk that paid off.
Yeah, true.
Right. So, did you had any plan B in your mind? Because it's the competitive exam, and you never know how things go with you and how things go far from you. So, did you had any plan B? What if RBI? If not RBI, then what? What was your plan B?
To be honest, I didn't have any plan B. Even when giving resignation from SBI, I planned that RBI notification will come around April or May. So if we resign in February, then it will be a good time frame to prepare. I didn't have any plan B. I just planned for RBI grade B. Even if this year, if I didn't get, maybe next year I would have been appearing again. That was my only plan. I didn't have any plan B for other organizations or anything like that.
This is great, Abhinaya. I would like to highlight this to every student, right? Many a times in life also, you always work towards something and you also have a plan B, right? But this is like, she had a plan that it's RBI and she achieved it. So when there is no plan B, actually we put more energy. And this is one of the live example that I can bring out to you, right? So Abhinaya, again, many congratulations. It's a big, risky step that you have taken.
Yeah.
And it actually paid off. Your hard work paid off.
Yes.
So, okay. So I also see that you have, completed your JIIB, CIIB. Why have you done it? Because I see bankers, they take many years to do it, but you have done it in such a young age. What actually motivated you to do it?
As I said, I know my interest is in finance and economy side. So after joining banking, the next step is JIB and CIB. So I wanted to complete it and I did. That's it.
Okay. And you also enjoyed the perks of getting some extra money. Yes.
Yeah.
So that is great. So Abhinaya, now, let's move and let's talk about your preparation. How did you started the preparation of RBI?
So first, I relied many seniors who said me to read NCERT books, but I didn't go by that way. I just, as I had very little time, I just relied only on the coaching material. Interview, I came to IXMB for the interview guidance.
So how was your interview experience with IXMB?
Yeah, so interview experience, I would like to highlight this. There were two officers who took interview for me, two sirs. One is Tyagarajan sir, another sir's name I couldn't remember. They took a mock interview for me for 45 minutes and they said what all the areas I should improve, what are the questions that the panel members can ask you. So mostly it was from my biodata, and that interview has helped me a lot, where I have to improve, where I have to read. They just looked at me like a next door girl, where we could try to improve them and make them into the finalists. That was their only aim. And I learned a lot from both sirs, and I'd like to thank them, heartfelt thanks for them, because they've been a vital part in my journey.
Okay, it's absolutely nice to hear. So, we will pass this message to both the faculty who took your interview, obviously. So can you tell me the preparation journey for the phase one? Because phase one is one such thing where many prospective candidates fail to clear. And how did you manage to clear it, in such a short notice? Because you were working with SBI, then you left looking at the time frame you have in your hand. So it was somewhere around 3 to 4 months that you have completed the whole thing, right? Including current affairs and all. So how did you manage to do it? What was your actual strategy behind the phase one?
So for reasoning apps in English, already I have an experience of preparing for bank exam. So that helped me. And current affairs, yes, I read. It was from Edutech current affairs, and each month I read. It was only hard work when it goes to current affairs. But for quants, reasoning, and English, that was a strategy. Reasoning, I'm quite good at reasoning, so I know somehow I'll make it at reasoning. But in aptitude, my aim was only to clear the cutoff. What I have to do to clear the cutoff, that's it. So I didn't focus much on many time and work, time and distance, so not that kind of topics. But DI, what are the 5 to 6 marks where I can get? Only that was my aim. I concentrated on DI and quadratic equations on such things. And reasoning, as I said, it was okay. When I practiced a little bit, I got that touch. English, same. As already I prepared for SBI, I had that grip towards all these sections. But current affairs, yes, I read completely. It was just hard work for current affairs. But remaining three, my past experiences have helped me.
Okay, got your point. So basically, if to sum up, you have actually relied on your strength.
Yeah.
Will it be right to say?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. So, with this note, I would like to re-emphasis on this thing that we had been telling it to students, that always focus on your strength. First thing is to figure out your strength. Because many a times, many students are into the race of doing everything. But, we have to make them aware that it's a competitive examination. It's not the school examination where you have to achieve 100%. To that much basis on your strength that is required to clear the cutoff. And you see, Abhinaya did exactly the same thing. That's the reason she is able to clear the prelims in a very short notice. Okay, Abhinaya, let's now move to the strategy behind phase 2. How did you manage to, from the engineering background, I guess you have never read management, you have never read finance, you have never read economic and social issue. But being with bank, I understand, some finance portion was already into your, professional life, being with the bank. So tell me, what exactly your strategy was for finance, management, ESI, ethics, and all.
Yes, as you said, for finance, I don't want to put more effort because I had that banking experience with me. So that helped me in finance. And for management, no other way, sit down and study. That's it. So, and for ESI, I relied mostly on current affairs rather than static, because when analyzing the past year question papers, it was more of current affairs oriented. So I don't want to waste I had only 6 months time. So I don't want to sit on static. I just picked some 3-4 important topics like BOP and growth topics, and I picked it. And remaining, I just read completely on the current affairs part. But for FM, static was the main thing. If you are very good at FM, it is very easy for you to clear phase 2. That is what I would say.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. So basically, you understood the nerve of the examination. So, when we meet our students in a one-on-one session, we always tell that PIB is equal to ESI. So I think you have actually lived it. So how would you, how would you give this suggestion to the fellow aspirants from the next year?
Okay, so for ESI, I would suggest there are some 3-4 important topics. Only when you understand that, you will get the crux, what you're reading in the current affairs. So read that 4-5 topics and then rely on current affairs. That is enough. In current affairs, if you're not understanding any term, Google it, understand it. That's fine for ESI. That is what I did. So I would recommend that to others.
That is absolutely great, Abhinaya. So Abhinaya, now let's move to the descriptive part. Talking to you so far and looking at your CV, I have seen that you have never appeared for any descriptive-based examination in the past. This was your first examination and you managed to clear it. So what was your strategy in the descriptive part?
But to be honest, for descriptive, I didn't have any strategy. I just wanted to include some current happenings in the descriptive. That is the only thing that I did. For management, I would write examples in it. When I write some code, I will try to justify it by giving examples. In terms of finance or ESI, we'll be reading a lot of current affairs. So 1 or 2 points, just write it in the descriptive, which gives justification to the point what you have mentioned before. So that is what I did with the proper introduction. Even conclusion for some descriptive, I didn't complete it due to lack of time. But introduction and the examples and current affairs connection, only these 3 things I have did.
Okay. To sum up, I would like to take your word and break down for our students. So actually what Abhinaya did was, whatever she have written in the ESI and in the finance, she tried to connect with the current affairs. Because, doing that shows you that you are aware about the current happening in the economy, and that fetches more marks. Right, Abhinaya? So yes, it was quite a well, plan that you have executed. So again, it takes courage also to leave such a good job and do something, and that too in a so finished manner. So once again, congratulations, Abhinaya, for such an achievement at such a small age. So, tell me, how was the environment in your home when the things came out that you got selected in RBI?
So from February, even my mom and dad were full of anxiety and all, because for them leaving such a job is very big thing. And when I said to them that I'm going to leave, they were not okay with it. And again, I was trying to convince them. At some point, they said, "Okay, fine, whatever you wish for, you do it." Then this 6 months, even they were more. What to say? They were not normal, to be frank. They're thinking about me and everything and how things are going, how is she preparing, and all those things. And once the final result came, mother, father, and my sister, they both cried. I'm laughing and they are all crying. It was such an emotional moment. It was very happy to be like that. But uh, what I would like to say is, when you have an aim in your life and when you're very determined to it, you need not to worry about others' comments or what others say to you. You are very determined. I know I'll do it. I'm very confident that I'll do it. I'm ready to put my hard work. I'm ready to give dedication. Yes, go on. That's what I would say. When I say that I'm going to resign from SBI, not even a single person said, "Okay, you do." No, no, it is wrong to expect from others to say that too. I would say like that. So when you know what you're doing, when you're confident, just go ahead. Everything will fall in place.
That is, a very well thought at such a
Yes,
young age.
sir.
So, tell me, how did your SBI colleague reacted to it? Probably they might have, till now many people knows that Abhinaya got into RBI.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
how
yeah.
did they reacted? If you want to mention few of them.
Everybody was very happy, sir. They said that yes, you took a bold and the right decision. So yes, you got it. And when I'm resigning, actually, one sir said, "I think this is not a wise decision." But now, when I said that, sir, I cleared it. Then he said that, "Yeah, that is the boldest and the right decision to take." So it just changes when you achieve something. Everything gets changes. All you
Yeah,
need is your determination and your hard work with yourself. That's it.
that is great, Abhinaya. So, now you happen to be a regulator
Yeah.
into a regulatory body. So this is great. So, what are your plans ahead? How do you see your life, in the RBI? How have you planned it?
As of now, there is not much plan. I'll join RBI, then I'll take promotions, then we'll see what life has for me. Whatever it is, I'm happy for it.
This is great, Abhinaya. Okay. So I think that would be all, my dear students. So I think Abhinaya is one source of encouragement where you would find how she's able to manage time. In such a small time, she was determined. In such a small time, she knew what exactly she needed to do. In such a small time, she played on her strength, and you see the result is she's an officer in RBI today. So this, what the last question, Abhinaya, to you, what are the advices that you would like to give to the fellow aspirants or maybe some of the prospective juniors in the RBI?
Okay. Sir, I would say the path is not easy, but it is worth it. You have to struggle. You have to face your emotional traumas. You have to face ups and downs. Everything happens, and you just have to go in the path. Surely you'll achieve. For example, I would say after completing my prelims, my attempt was, I think, 68. I was not very particular about it, but all my friends who have attempted, everybody were 78, 98, everything. And I was like, oh, then I just got self doubt on myself that whether I'll clear this or not. I know I'm very good at accuracy. I know that whatever I put, I do it in the right way. So I thought, okay, I thought that I'll clear, but after hearing others' attempts and everything, I got so much confused and I got so much of self doubt. And then it happened. The cutoff was just 54, I guess, for this year.
Yeah,
So yeah, I'll say believe in yourself, do hard work, be determined. If you are very focused, nobody can touch you. That's what I would say. The path is tough. The path is not at all easy, but it is all worth it.
okay. Thank you, Abhinaya. Yes, rightly said. The path is tough. Again,
It is worth
it is achievable and it is
it.
worthy as well.
Yes.
So all the best, Abhinaya. Thank